Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to go over how to sync your particle effects across the network. It's super simple to do. It's one of the easier things actually. So what we're going to do is first I'm going to show you that I've gone ahead and created the script. And what I've done is if we take a look at the particle effect, um, this is going to be kind of the key to how all this works. So in the particle effect, there's a random seed. This value determines where the simulation will be at any given point in time. So if you have the same seed across the network, all the other particle systems will be the same for any given point in time. And that's the most important thing is remember timing is how it all works. So here I have 1776 as my seed. It is it's going to be sent to all the other players and they will all see the exact same clouds. The problem is when they join, they don't have the same time, right? So the server may be running along and it could be, 300,000 seconds into the simulation while the client is now at zero. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to set up a time control type thing and then um, sync the particle systems. So the first thing we want to do is I create a game controller, right? So this controller does all my global type operations. So my time management, uh, NPC movements, things like that. I don't put scripts on all my NPCs, just a few of them. Um, I if it's going to be kind of a bulk movement type thing, then I will for each all my NPCs and then or randomly select ones to move. It just makes it a lot simpler and cleaner than having a script per object because that can be really burdensome on the game or on the server to have a script on every single object. So first thing we want to look at is I have this script set up and I am looking to I have a time here, an empty game time. And this is just my sync var, a generic script that I've created for pretty much everything. You can have 255 sync vars uh, in your script per script, and you can have multiple scripts. Um, in this case, I'm not going to make a separate script. There's not really a point for me doing that. I like to keep them all in one because every object in my games, they all share the exact same setup. It just makes it super easy. So when I want to do something in my game, if I find out later, oh, I wanted to do the same thing to this, well, I just add it to whatever, right? And then boom, it's working because it was already set up to work from the start. So, all right, so let's dig into how the time is set. So first things first, I'm going to create a simple timer. Okay, so on start, I'm going to wait 1 second. So the server starts and it says 1 second later, I'm going to check, are you the server, yes or no? And then I'm going to while loop for every second, and I'm going to set the game time if I'm on the server. So this will be on the server, and it will set every second. You click here. And so you can see here, so every second I am setting my entity game time. And this is a sync var, so it's going to be syncing across the network. Okay. Now you can set yours to whatever. You can do 0.25 and then not round it if you need a more finite setting. Mine in general is a 1 second. It's going to be close enough. It's not going to make a really huge difference. I just want the simulation to look the same but not perfect. So all right, so once we have that set, we have our game time set. We're using our fixed time, which is our server's time. Okay, now when the first time the player or server comes in, it's going to go ahead and sync it for the first time. So we're going to do it once, and then I have a for each here, and then I have weather. So my weather is this object over here, and I might have 10 different things under here, and I want all of them to be set at the same time so that they're all synced at the exact same time. And you can fiddle with how all these work. If you just don't have some on or off, I mean, it depends on however you set it up. But it's really, really simple to do this. So what we're going to take a look at here is we come in, we for each them all. We're going to get our entity time, okay, for our game time. We're going to set the simulation to the time. We're going to set the actual time of the simulation, and then we're going to play, okay? And once you hit play and all these times are set, we're going to be matched up back to the server according to the time that is on the server being sent. And of course, you have to consider latency here too. So you have anywhere from 20 to, I don't know, 300 milliseconds. So you could have close to half a second off. So if you want to really, really get finite, you can. You just have to start trying to figure out how to account for latency. For me, I don't care. I just want the clouds to look somewhat the same. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this is going to work. Let me open this up. Let me create a couple clients here, and we will take a look at how this is going to work, because it's really super simple once you get the idea that, well, all we're doing is syncing time and setting that seed. And one more. Okay, so here we have 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this to the server since it's so far ahead. Oop, can't run them both at the same time. And so we've got 4 of them. I'm going to run the server client. Okay, so here, this one's now the authority. So if I come down here, you see how the clouds are halfway. If I come over and start running this, boom, now our clouds match everywhere. If we come in and start running all the clients, people can move around just like that, and all the clouds are now synced across all the players. So all the clouds, you know, they're all over the lake, just like that. So, and that's really all there is to it. Super simple, very, very easy kind of stuff. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below, subscribe, and make sure you share these videos with people if you have anybody that likes VS stuff. It's pretty fun once you get into it. So, all right, have a good day, guys.